Hey YouTube, Paul Oz here once again with another wonderful instrument to talk about. Today we've got the Caparison Dellinger
7-string.
and it's gonna be the FX-WM model. FX I'm assuming meaning fixed bridge, WM meaning walnut and mahogany body. And they weren't kidding around. It's actually impossible to probably pick up on a camera, but it looks like it's literally half walnut and literally half mahogany. And as such it sounds just absolutely incredible and enormous, and I really like this guitar. So let's get into some specifics about this guitar. We've got ourselves upgraded pickups here. These are Lundgren M7s, which are fantastic. I really like them. We've got our typical volume and tone and three-way switch, an ebony board with very famous clock inlay, white plastic binding all around it, the standard devil tail headstock here. We've got ourselves some Goto Magnum Lock awesome tuning machines. I really like them. And they're in ruthenium as well as the bridge here. I think this is a Goto bridge. We've got ourselves a bolt-on neck back here, and maybe some of you will think that looks bulky. It's really not, and if you've ever played a Caparison, you know what I'm talking about. And of course, we've got some sexual strings here. I think I've got a 68 through to a 10, and it sounds wonderfully beastly. So let's hear some distortion stuff and I'll talk about it a bit and we'll have a grand old time. So as you can see with this specific distortion tone, we can we can also do the death metals and we can do some heavy riffing. It's really great that Lundgrens definitely are voiced for metal, and that doesn't mean that they can't do clean, which I'll show you in a minute what they can do with the clean. But for metal, these are definitely some of the best pickups I've had to try under my fingers. So right now I'm going to stop for a second and talk about this neck. These necks that Caparison makes, they're all made by hand. Whether it's an artist's signature guitar or one of their standard models, it's all done by hand. And this particular neck is a 5-piece with maple and walnut, 2 walnut stripes running down the middle, as if you could have any more walnut. So it's quite an amazing thing because it's just probably the most comfortable neck I've played. And that's saying something because I've got a Parker and a couple of ESPs which are both made in Japan. So, you know, it's definitely a big compliment coming from me. Now let's switch to a different sound. Let's go to some cleany stuff and hear how that sounds. This is going to be on the neck pickup here, and I'm going to just play some nice and belly chimey things. I'm a really big fan of that clean tone. It's actually really remarkable. So maybe they are just voiced for metal. Mind you, it is a different sounding clean than what I'm used to. I'm used to a bit of a warmer, bigger sounding clean. This is a little bit more dialed back, and there's something sinister about this wood combination with this neck pickup here. I'm a big fan of the Lundgrens after messing around with this guitar for the week that I've had it. So for a side note, this guitar is for sale. A buddy of mine, Metav, is selling it. He helps run Guitar Porn. He's one of the mods. So definitely get at him. So a few of you might already know what the price point on most of the Caparison instruments are. And they are coming out with the C2 series. I think it's already out, probably new for this year, where they have started to make a few more introductory level guitars, but by no means are they reduced in quality. Now, I met Itaru Kano at the NAMM show this past January with a few friends, the Guitar Porn guys, and a great friend of mine, Matt Perrin from Threat Signal, and we fell in love with all the Caparison stuff. We were playing the Tats, which are like $3,000 or $4,000. We were playing the the Dellingers, which are a bit lower in price, and then there was the C2 series there, which was just like, well, it's basically the same guitar, it's just a little bit different hardware and the colors are a little different. That's all. That's what it felt like. And the reason for that is that Itaru said that he went and oversaw what was going on in the factory. So what you have is a master, like, designer, luthier dude going and instructing the factory to do it right, so that you get the same quality and attention that every other Caparison gets. They're all pretty much done by hand, from what I understand, which is really crazy to me, because that means that they can't churn out far too many guitars unless they have a hell of a lot of staff, which I don't think they do. So these are definitely some very peculiarly fantastic instruments, because they're all given so much love. And I mean, that really says a lot, that they really care about their quality control, and I'm really excited to see what happens next year, because next year is their 20th anniversary. So congratulations to Caparison for kicking ass for 20 years. To continue, let me play some lead stuff, and we're gonna wrap it up with that. So, what do you think of that? I really like the way that the guitar sounds. I think that the Lundgrens really open up the tonal capabilities of the guitar. I'm sure that the stock pickups are great because they go into designing and doing crazy shit to make them sound amazing, as well as the rest of the guitar, which I've already told you about. So you're still getting a great pickup. I just really like the way that the Lundgrens sound. For me personally, it's a very metal pickup, and on a guitar that's black and 7 strings, that's, you know, that's kind of appropriate. So for those of you who are interested in this guitar, check out the link below, contact Mr. Metab, and buy it from him, because I'm very tempted to keep it for another few years. So better jump on it before I end up just saving and buying it, alright? As well, for a mixed and mastered kind of context, I have a small playthrough of my song Unbinding of Anu off my last record, Land of Secrets, out right now on the YouTubes, and you can check that out and hear it in a mixed setting. I really enjoyed recording and re-recording the bits and rhythm and everything like that, so check that out please on my channel, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you very much. Riff on!